We looked at the universe of business literature that you may need in your research, and now we are going to discuss the specific search tools that the library has to offer. Many of you are very familiar with web search engines such as Google or Bing, or maybe you are using some small niche search engine. The library search engines have a little bit different functionality, so it's very important to understand how they work, what they cover, and why we need to use multiple search tools and what you can get out of them. So these are the tools that we are going to discuss today. So the first one is called Library Quick Search, which you will see on the library website, which is a meta search tool, or we call it discovery tool, that allows you to look at the vast majority of full text content at the library, which includes the majority of our journals, books, e-books, government documents, and many other types of content. However, it doesn't cover everything, and it specifically applies to business type information. So if you're looking for statistics or financials for a company or some proprietary research reports, it's probably not the best tool to look at. The next one is Google Scholar, and some of you might have already heard about it or used it. Google Scholar is a subset of Google that covers academic literature, so it has a lot of information that is relevant to students and business researchers. However, if you just access Google Scholar at home, you will probably just get to the list of citations. So we worked with Google and we indexed what we subscribe to their collection. And this way, if you access Google Scholar through the library website, you will be able to get to the full text that we provide. Specific databases, which we have a large number of, they will offer you flexibility and the power of searching, where you can really narrow down your search query and get really specific results. We also still have our UCAT, which is our traditional catalog tool for searching for books and journal titles. And we'll also make a quick stop by the e-journal locator. This is where you can check whether we have a specific publication or not. So this is the picture of the library website, and as you can see, we have the big box at the front, the Library Quick Search. It's there for a reason, and I'd like to remind you, this is our discovery tool, very good for ebook content and searching for articles, but you won't necessarily find statistics or financial or proprietary reports here. So you need to know what other tools you will need to use to find that. On the left-hand side, you will see a section called Find Information, and this is the area where you can access our specific databases, our e-journal locator. Under Books and More, you will find our catalog. Also the link to Google Scholar and a link to research guides. So what are research guides? Research guides is something that we as librarians put together to help you get oriented on the library website and get access to the most relevant sources for whatever topic you're researching. So as a business librarian, I publish a number of research guides on topics such as company research, industry research, consumers, economics, and so on. The research guide for this presentation is called Literature Search in Business. So if you forget where we went and which databases we looked at, you can always go there and access them through the research guide. So literature search in business. This is the URL, and you can click on it and go directly there. Or let's go and visit it online. So this is the library website. And as I discussed, we have that discovery tool, we have specific databases, we have close to 500 of them, UCAT, eJournal Locator, Google Scholar, and research guides. So let me show you how you navigate research guides. In the middle you see subject categories here. Everything I publish goes under business. Literature research guide is the one that we will be using today. And this little friendly guy is our chat. So if you're on the library website and you are not sure what to do or where to go, and you cannot find a quick and easy answer to your question, chat with us. This service is staffed by professional librarians, so we should be able to answer your questions. So a research guide over here, as you can see, it has the title, and it also has a number of tabs at the top. So under each tab you will find information on how to find specific type information. So on the first page you can see a couple of links to reference sources. So Gale Virtual Reference Library is a collection of over 900 different reference subject encyclopedias. So when you start your research project, it's a good place to check out and see if there is an overview of a topic. It's like a library Wikipedia, so it should give you an idea about the timeline of an issue, who the major scholars were who worked there, the seminal works, concepts that should help you with your research, with coming up with a list of keywords and so on. So let's take a look under find articles. So how do we find articles? So this is a page where you can find a review of the major search tools, and we already discussed Library Quick Search and Google Scholar, and in a moment we'll actually go ahead and check them out, each of them individually. And on the right hand side you will see lists of databases that are relevant to business researchers. So we have a couple of resources that what we call aggregated databases. So aggregated means that they pull content from multiple publishers, multiple types of content. So in addition to journal articles, you will have trade publications, newspapers, wire services, country reports, industry reports, and things like that. And so this is a list. For people who are involved with organizational behavior or consumer behavior, PsycInfo is one of the psychology databases that will be also very, very helpful. We also have a number of e-journal collections, and these are publications from a specific publisher. So this include mostly, in addition to journals, they also include ebooks. And some of the names are Science Direct from Elsevier, Springer Link from a German publisher, Springer Verlag and Kluwer, Wiley, Emerald, JSTOR. So you may have heard about them earlier, but this is where you can access them. Also newspapers, American City Business Journals, historical newspapers, LexisNexis. We also have Bloomberg terminals, which are not available to you on the web, but you can access them at the library. We have a terminal there, and also we have 15 terminals at the financial Studies Center. So if you plan on working in finance industries or insurance industries, it's a tool that you definitely need to learn. So let's go ahead and take a look at the library quick search. So we are going back to the library website. And let's do a search for executive compensation. Library Quick Search works almost like Google, so you can pretty much use natural language searching there. So you can use your prepositions, your articles. You don't have to worry about limiting it to keywords only. So the way you would look at this screen, once you run your search, you will see the number of results. Obviously, it's a lot of them. We don't need that many. The power of this tool is in the ability to filter your results. For example, if you're looking for journal articles only, you can click on this link. And then if you're looking for scholarly articles or peer-reviewed articles, you can also click on this link. And now, instead of 1 million, you have 70,000, which is still a lot. And when you're looking for articles on a topic, one of the things you need to remember is maybe try and narrow it down. So once you find a couple of articles and start looking through them, let's say you want to focus on executive compensation differences for men and women. So let's try and add men and women here. And now you have 12,000 results. And once we start looking through the articles, we see that the term that consistently shows up here is gender. So instead of using men and women, you may want to use gender differences. And as you can see, these resources are all online, and this is a full text article. And the article was published in April 2012 in the Journal of Economic and Finance. So if we go ahead and click on the article, this connects us to a database called Springer Link, and Springer is one of our publisher platforms. So you have full access to full text, which you can download. You can also view the article online. You have the abstract, which you can quickly review. It allows you to access specific sections. And you can also export citations. Exporting citation is an ability that is a functionality that is present in the majority of our databases. And this allows you to use your time very effectively. So instead of managing your citations on paper or saving them in a Word document, you can export them into bibliographic management software. So there are different types of them, and we here at UTSA, we subscribe to one called EndNote. And this is something that you can find on your ASAP account, and you can download it. The library offers a number of workshops that you can sign up. And these are the different bib management software that you can use. So EndNote is the one that we subscribe to. But again, you have to download it to your computer in order to use it. Once you learn EndNote, it will be very easy to cite different references in your papers, because it also installs a plugin into your Word document, which is called Cite While You Write. So it will pull a citation from your list of references, it will format it, and it also will create a list of references. So this is one of the functionalities here. Now let's go ahead and take a look, instead of peer-reviewed, let's take a look at the ebooks on a topic. So we took off the filter for scholarly peer-reviewed, and now we are going to take a look at the ebooks. So once we pull up the information here, we can see that some of them are traditional print books, and some of them are books online. So the reason we have multiple entries here is because we have multiple providers for that ebook. So let's take a look over here. So first of all, let's click on this link, and it's asking me to log in. And now we're inside a database called EBL, and EBL has a collection of close to 100,000 of different ebook titles. And business management, finance, and economics are very strongly represented here, along with engineering and biomedical disciplines. So what can you do here? First of all, you look at the details of that book, you look when it was published, you look at the subject categories here: executive coaching, leadership and women, and so on. And then you look at the contents, and this is how you can access different chapters of the book. So let's say you want to look at the key historical events. Once you click on that, the book is now loading, and now it's ready to be read online, or you can also download it. You can download it on your computer for up to 7 days, and after it expires, you can download it again. It requires the installation of Adobe digital editions, but it's a very easy process that this database walks you through. You can also read these books on your iPad, very easy to move around. You can take notes. Because you logged in as yourself, it remembers that it's you. So if you read this book, all the notes that you made, they will be saved. You can move from page to page by using these arrows. You can also copy and print. It doesn't allow you to print the entire book, but it keeps track of how many pages you printed. So it's governed by the copyright of this book. You can read this book aloud if you want to, and so on. So we have multiple ebook publishers, so when you may end up in an ebook that looks and works a little bit differently. So but just see what you can see. You can see there, and if you have any questions, ask this little blue guy, and we'll be happy to answer questions. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the Google Scholar. Google Scholar is something you can access over here. on the library homepage. If you are off campus, make sure to use this link. So this is a familiar interface. So the important part is this scholar piece. So let's type in executive compensation, and we are looking for just articles. We'll exclude patents. I don't know if there are any patents on executive compensation, but we'll just take them out. So again, we get over 1 million results. This would include journal articles, chapters of books, conference proceedings, working papers, and so on. There is some functionality here that allows you to limit by date. So you, for example, don't want all the articles, you just want something more recent. You can sort by relevance, or you can resort by date to bring up the more recent articles up front. You can set up an alert here. So every time a new article is published on a specific topic of interest, you will get an alert. And when you find something, some of the articles may be available through open access. So if you see that type of link, PDF, it means that it's available to anybody. And some of the articles are only available through the library. So if you see this available now at UTSA, it means that you can get to the full text of the articles by clicking on that link. A couple of important points here. So let's say we want to look at this article, executive compensation structure, ownership, and firm performance. So points that you need to make in your mental checklist is which article it appeared in, Journal of Financial Economics, when, 1995, so it may be a little bit dated, and who the publisher is. Elsevier is a very prominent name in business publishing, so this looks like a really good, solid article. The other important piece here is cited by. So cited by is something that provides you the future look. Who else cited that particular article since it was published? So if we click on that, then we'll see all the articles that cite the original article. Let's now click on Available Now at UTSA. And it takes us to the article. And by clicking on this big article, big button, read article, you should be able to get in. Again, now we're connected to Science Direct. Again, it's our subscription database. And we are inside the Journal of Financial Economics. You have access to your full text PDF. You can export your citation in your bibliographic management software. You can also read it online. And GEL classification is something used in economics journals, Journal of Economic Literature classification, and it allows you to narrow down your search to a specific area of economics. So instead of searching across a broad array of different subject areas, you can focus only on a specific small area. Nice feature in this particular database is a very good treatment of references that this author mentioned in his article. So you have access to the citations as well, as you can see here, and also cited by in Scopus. Scopus is another tool that provides you the ability to find out which other articles cited that particular article. Unfortunately, UTSA doesn't subscribe to Scopus, so we won't be able to see what's happening there. Very nice feature in Science Direct is relevant articles in that particular, similar articles. And also citing and recommended articles. So these are additional articles. So this will help you to establish that trail leading from one article to another and so on. Books and More is our UCAT. UCAT is something that libraries had. It's our first online tool, so the libraries had it for about 30 years. And let's see what we can find for executive compensation and UCAT. So it's keyword anywhere. We're not looking for a specific title. So let's just run a quick search. Right now we're looking at the book titles and journal titles. And executive compensation, as you can see, the highlighted terms are picked up throughout the record. And some of these are regular traditional print books, and some of them are e-journals or e-books. Let's say I want to look at the e-books. These are the types of things you can find in the catalog. Includes archives, DVDs, e-books, journal titles, books that are available at JPL, musical recording, reference, and so on. So if we click on ebook filter, it will limit to ebooks only. And if we click on that, it will take us to access this article online. So by clicking on this link, we should be able to connect. And this is an EBL ebook library, so this is the source that we already looked at. So we will just go ahead and skip looking at the actual book. Some of the options on the right here, you can print, you can export the citation, you can email, you can build your list, and you can find this item in other libraries. So this is very handy if we have a book that you want, but it's checked out. So you can go ahead and see which other libraries may have that. So these are the libraries that have this book available. And libraries don't actually loan ebooks, but if you're looking for a print book, it's a very useful and easy feature. E-journals is a lookup tool for to make sure that we have a specific journal online. So it's not just a journal, it's any periodical publication, including the Wall Street Journal. So let's see where we can find the Wall Street Journal. So this is the newspaper, which is very useful to business researchers because it has articles about different industry trends, different companies, new products, and so on. So the Wall Street Journal Eastern Edition Online is available to us in these three databases. The other thing we need to look at is the coverage dates. So the first one is actually an archive, and if you're looking for the current issues, this is where you will find them. So ABI Inform Complete. By clicking on this link, we now connect to a specific database. So now we're inside ABI Inform Complete, which is a ProQuest publication. ProQuest is the publisher. And then you can either search within this publication or you can look at specific issues. And let's take a look. So now we have, as you can see, we searched for General Motors and the Wall Street Journal. So we are looking at specific articles from the Wall Street Journal on GM. And so this is the most recent article. So if we click on that, this is what we're going to get. As you can see, this is an HTML view, so you don't get graphs and stats and any kind of illustrations, but it's still very useful. The power of this database is access to the indexing details, to all the metadata that you can see here. So this will help you to come up with the appropriate keywords. And you can actually search based on each of these fields. And if you want to share this article with your friends or with your colleagues, you can use this document URL. I want to make sure that we understand what this document URL is. It's a permalink that also contains our library's proxy server stem, which allows you to authenticate users, because if you just grab URL from here, your user won't be able to open it. It won't let you, because we are dealing not just with the open web, but with subscription databases. So if you want to use a working link, this is where you will find it. So let's go ahead and see what else we can find here. So we are looking at the General Motors. And now we can just go ahead and expand it. And instead of just General Motors, let's take a look at so now we have results, a number of results here. On the right hand side you see different types of filters, and again look at the type of publication it appears in, when it appeared in, and also your access to full text here. So once you find your article, you can save it to My Research. This way you don't have to rerun your searches every time you come back. You can email, you can print, you can cite. And this will generate a citation in the appropriate format. So in business disciplines, the most widely used format is APA, and that's right now in its 6th edition. So you can save that citation. Just don't rely on it 100%, because sometimes it's a computer generated citation, so sometimes they don't get the formatting quite right. So just make sure that everything is correct, especially if you're submitting it for publication. And also export. We already discussed EndNote, so it shows up here, over here, but as you can see, there are a number of other tools that you can use for managing your citations. So if we look at the tools that we discussed, so let's see what's in UCAT. So UCAT, as I mentioned, is our tool for managing, it's our tool to search books and e-journals. and also any other physical items that we have at the library, such as DVDs, VHS, and so on. You cannot use UCAT to look for articles because it doesn't support that. You can link to ebook content by using that internet access link. And you can also look up e-journals by title and link to the articles. So the library quick search, that big box that we saw on the library homepage, it covers pretty much everything that UCAT has and covers some of the other database content. However, it doesn't include everything. That's why we have other library databases outside. And how does Google Scholar compare to what we have? Google Scholar, it has some overlap with what we own, but it also includes a number of other resources that we don't have. However, its focus is mostly academic, so it won't include things like trade publications or business newspapers, and also all those financials, economic data, and so on. We visited ABI Inform Complete, which is produced, published by ProQuest. It's one of the major aggregators on the market right now. The other one is called Business Source Complete, which is an EBSCO database. And we looked at the journal platforms such as Springer Link, Science Direct, Wiley, and Emerald, some other ones. And we discussed how to manage your citations using EndNote, which is available to you through ASAP. And this is some of the other tools that you can use to manage your citations. And with that, thank you for your attention. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to get in touch with me.